Very good afternoon, guys.
Very good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. So,
Good afternoon, sir.
මොකද මේ කට්ටිය ස්ට්‍රයික් එකට ගිහිල්ලාද? තාම ගෝල් ෆේස් ද කට්ටිය. අද අඩු. තාම ගෝල් ෆේස් කියලා ගෙදර එන ගමන්ද නැත්නම් කට්ටිය තාම ගෝල් ෆේස් එකේද? Right, okay. So let's take a start. Guys, I'll be taking the session only till 4 o'clock today, so we'll finish soon. Hope y'all have submitted the assignment. Assignment එක ඔක්කොම submit කරන්න නැතිනේ. So because from next week onwards we'll be basically taking whoever who have not submitted out from the group, and we'll be creating one single group with the students, those who have submitted, and continuing the session. So that is how it works. So if you all have not submitted the assignment, you will not be able to join the class from next week. Not next week, actually, week after next week. There will be a holiday, right? So week after we will be starting again. So week after, in the sense, give me 1 minute, 24th again we will be starting, and by that time we will be taking only the students who have submitted the assignment to continue with the stage 2. So that is how it will be taken. So right. Okay, so guys, now by 24th you all will be getting the stage 2 assignment also. ලබන සතියේ මේ ඊළඟ සතියේ classes පටන් ගන්නකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඊළඟ advanced certificate එකට තියෙන assignment එකත් start වෙනවා. ඉතින් සමහර කට්ටිය මට අන්තිම මොහොතේ කතා කරලා I was not taking any responsibility on them. සමහර කට්ටිය මට කතා කරලා අන්තිම මොහොතේ මේ give me 1 minute. Sorry, line got disconnected. Right. So can some සෙනල් මාව ඇහෙනවද?
Yes, I can hear.
Right, okay. හරි. So thank you. So අපි කතා කර හිටියේ ඇත්තටම මේ guys some have given me the layman exam I mean excuses ඇත්තටම මේ අපි accept මන් නම් ඒව accept කරෙත් නැහැ කෙලින්ම සෙනල්ලා එක කතා කරලා වැඩේ කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා බැලුවා සමහර ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඇත්තටම සබ්මිට් කරන එක අපි accept කරේ නැහැ. ඉතින් මෙහෙමයි sales diploma එකක් කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලොන්ගේ preparation සෑහෙන්න වැදගත් වෙනවා. මොකද attendance අපි excuse කරා current condition එක අනුව. එතකොට එහෙමත් තියෙද්දි අපි ගොඩක් මේ කියන්නේ අපි usually අපි recording share කරන්නේ නැහැ මේ session එකේ. නමුත් අපි recording share කරන්න ගත්තා for the benefit of I mean majority. And last minute කතා කළා සර් මේ ඊයේ තමයි පටන් ගත්තේ assignment එක කරන්න මට මේක කරන්න විදියක් නැහැ එතකොට මම අතින් තමයි මේ assignment එක ලියලා තියෙන්නේ මට time එකක් තිබ්බේ නැහැ මේ what do you call type කරන්න. ඉතින් ඔය වගේ හරි layman excuses ටිකක් තමයි සමහර කට්ටියක් දුන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒ layman excuses දීපු කට්ටියට assignment submit කරන්න බැරි වුණා ඇත්තටම. ඉතින් so I don't know right it is a qualification where we build with some kind of a discipline. ඉතින් ඒ discipline එකයි ඒ commitment එකයි ඒක දෙන්න විදියක් නැත්නම් I don't think the people who are not committed will be able to get the qualification because the next two stages stage 1 හරි basic assignment එකක් තිබ්බේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට කරන්න. ඕගොල්ලෝ හරි විදියට structures කියලා දීලා කොයි විදියද assignment එකකට enter වෙන්නේ කියන එක කියලා දෙන්න. But if still some of y'all actually were struggling to do it. Struggling කියලා කියන්නේ assignment එක අමාරුවෙන් assignment එකේ වැරදි අහලා කතා කරපු එකලොන් මේක කොහොමද කියන එක කිසි ප්‍රශ්න නැහැ. This is what that is what it should be. But assignment එක අන්තිම මොහොතේ කතා කරලා submission එක කරන්න බැහැ කියලා excuses දීපු මම හිතන්නේ I don't know I mean like I was not even bothered I was not even tolerated anyone එහෙම invalid reason දීපු කට්ටිය so it's a reality because sales කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ පොඩ්ඩක් ඕගොල්ලෝගේ පැත්තෙන් commitment එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ මොකද sales manager කෙනෙක් professional sales person කෙනෙක් වෙන්න බෑ කට්ට කාලා ඉස්සරහට යන්න බැරි මිනිස්සෙට professional sales person කෙනෙක් වෙන්න බෑ. ඉතින් ඒක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක නැති වුණොත් ඕගොල්ලන්ට අමාරුයි මේ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක ඉවර කරන්න. සහ මොකද තාම ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් ලෙවල් එකට දැන් අද ෆවුන්ඩේෂන් ලෙවල් එකේ කස්ටමර් සර්විස් එක්සලන්ස් කරලා ඉවර අපි ඒකත් ඉවර කරනවා. Right? Then I saw some of the students have left the group. Which is really happy to see because that shows how what the capacity they have to absorb the pressure, right? ඉතින් ඒ ප්‍රෙෂර් එක අරගෙන මේක කමිට්මන්ට් එක දීලා කරන්න බැරි එක කොච්චරද කියන එක තේරෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒක තමයි රියැලිටි එක. ඉතින් ඒ හින්දා ඉතුරු ස්ටේජස් දෙක කියලා කියන්නේ මීට වඩා චැලෙන්ජින්. සිලබස් එක මීට වඩා වැඩි. assignments approach එක මීට වඩා strong වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒතර ඕගොල්ලෝගේ personal commitment එක syllabus එක ඉගෙන ගන්න එක මීට වඩා strong වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් ඒ හින්දා ඒවටත් ready වෙලා තමයි ඊළඟ stage දෙකට ඕගොල්ලෝ face කරන්න ලෑස්ති වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් so with that keep that mind okay keep that in your mind and focus so that you will be able to do it. Right. Okay. Now we were talking about the customer service excellence one. We were talking about the customer service excellence one. Give me 1 minute. Can you all see this? Can you all see this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Okay. So we started the customer service excellence one, and we were talking about the Huskat model last week, right? So there will be a couple of questions even from this area when it comes to the final exam, right? So I will tell you all what and what area there will be tested at the exam. So you all need to get yourself ready for that. Huskat model is one thing, and there will be a few questions using the Huskat model. So make sure you guys are comfortable with the Huskat model. And few things are there coming further. So let's do it now so that you will be able to make it. Right. So, but make a start කරන්න I'm asking again a small question now. We have completed certain area by now when it comes for stage 1, 20 hours. Now, any questions you all have related to those areas? Anyone is having any question related to those areas? Anyone is having any questions related to whatever the areas we were talking about so far? Right. So, okay, seems no questions. Right. Now, guys, actually, when it comes for customer service excellence, I'm not going to take the area which we were discussing last week. Uh, we were okay. Let me take you all there and take a quick summary. So we identified the Huskat model, right? We identified what is customer service, and we identified service profit chain introduced by Huskat and how the employees are playing a vital role to deliver the customer service properly in the organization, and improvement of service by smaller percentage, how it can deliver a better return, higher return, the profit and the revenue කියන එක we were talking about last week, right? So we identified, okay, when you are focusing on customer service improvement, okay, so what are the things that might I mean affect you negatively, or else the things might go wrong, right? So for customer service failures. So we were identifying the practicing, I mean, old techniques, rather adjusting or adapting or agiling your business for new changes. Inconsistency, consistency එකක් නැතිකම. Okay, talent management එක identify කරගන්න බැරි වෙච්ච එක. Okay. Empowerment issues, responsibility and accountability issues තියෙන එක. So failures විදියට, customer service failures විදියට අපි identify කරගත්ත all techniques. So customer service training failures වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So customer service recovery failures වෙන්න පුළුවන් when it come for a problem. ඒවට address කරන එක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So lack of improvements, continuous improvements in the innovation mindset. So all these things are affecting the positive side of the customer service effort. So we were talking about them. And I have we were talking about a couple of links, and Maker will be added to your syllabus as well. Then after that, you can refer notes related to this. Right. Now here, we talk about customer service excellence further, and we identified few things. Now, exchange and relationship are two significant topics what we discuss when it comes for customer service excellence. Exchange එකයි relationship එකයි කියලා කියන්නේ significant topics දෙකක් words දෙකක් අපි customer service excellence වලදී කතා කරනවා. Exchange එකක් කියලා කිව්වහම okay now it can be I mean exchanging goods or exchanging values or I mean offer something and get something in return. So that we identified as the exchange. So in customer service excellence, guys, we are expecting something more than the exchange. We are expecting something more than the exchange. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි නිකන් ගනුදෙනුවක් නෙමෙයි customer service excellence වලදී අපි කරන්නේ. අපි ඒක තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ because if we just believe um, sharing something or I mean offering something and getting something in return කියන එක නම් අපි customer service excellence වලදී කතා කරන්නේ. So you are wrong because you have the responsibility is much higher. So our intention in customer service, sorry about it. Our intention in customer service should be focusing on the customer relationship management. Should focus on the customer relationship management. So if we don't focus on the customer relationship management, we will not be able to make a proper customer service. මොකද relationship management එක කියලා කිව්වහම එතන තමයි අපි satisfaction delivery එක කතා කරන්න client එක. Because if we can deliver value to the customer and make the customer happy throughout the entire process of value delivery, then we can easily build the relationship and keep the client for a longer period. But the things what we do is our approach is always sometimes short term. එතකොට අපි අර long term approach එකකට යන්නේ නැති එක ලොකු challenge එකක්. ඒතර customer relationship management එක කියන when you look at this definition, the customer relationship management is the overall process of building and maintaining profitable customer relationship. Overall process. එතකොට දැන් මේ exchange එකේදී විතරක් නෙමෙයි. ඒ කියන්නේ final customer ඇවිල්ලා product එක ගන්න එකේදී විතරක් නෙමෙයි. Entire process එක. So customer relationship management is the overall process. Look at this word. Overall process of building and maintaining the profitable customer relationship. එතකොට දැන් we were talking about this word so called the profitable customer relationship. අපිට කස්ටමර්ව තියාගන්න ඕනේ ඒ කස්ටමර්ව ප්‍රොෆිටබල් කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක් වෙන්න ඕනේ. loss making customer කෙනෙක්ට අපිට continuously treat කරන්න බෑනේ. As a business, you can't do that. If the customer is continuously incurring a loss, you might drop the customer. I mean, like, because you can't do nikam business every day, no? So you always talk about the profitable customer relationship. But how can we do the profitable customer relationship? How can we maintain the profitable customer relationship is a challenge what we have. Now, if we are to maintain the profitable customer relationship, remember, we need to deliver perceived value and the satisfaction. We need to deliver perceived value and the satisfaction. Now, අපි කතා කරා perceived value කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියන එක, අපි කතා කරා satisfaction කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියන එක. So both parties should be happy once you do the transaction, once you do enter into the exchange process. So perceived value කියලා කියන්නේ perceived value satisfaction කියලා කියන්නේ satisfaction in the mindset of the consumer, perceived experience එකයි perceived satisfaction එකයි match වෙන්න ඕනේ. Perceived ඒ දෙකම match වුණාම තමයි අපි customer service excellence එක practice කරා කියලා කියන්නේ customer service practice කරා කියලා කියන්නේ. So you got to identify that. මම කියන දේ පැහැදිලි නැත්තම් අහන්න, right? You all can stop me and ask whatever the questions. Now, when it comes for perceived satisfaction, okay, now and the perceived evaluation, now look at this. The perceived value is the customer evaluation of difference between all the benefit and all the cost of making offer. දැන් අපි මුලින්ම කතා කරා ගිය සතියේ අපි කතා කරා customer කෙනෙක්ට තියෙනවා perceived expectation එකක්. එයා ඒ expectation එකෙන් ඇවිල්ලා යම්කිසි මුදලක් දීලා ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් අරගන්නවා, සර්විස් එකක් අරගන්නවා. මේ කස්ටමර් සර්විස් කියලා කිව්වම remember it is not only for service related business. It is also for product related business. So එයා මුදලක් දීලා ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් ගත්තාම එයා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙච්ච satisfaction එක ඒ process එක throughout තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි perceived expectation එක කියලා කියන්නේ. perceived expectation එකයි perceived experience එකයි match වෙනවා නම් තමයි එතන satisfaction එකක් built වෙන්නේ. perceived expectation එකයි perceived experience එකයි. perceived experience එක කියලා කියන service එක ගන්නකොට එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒ process එක ඇතුළේදී තමන් experience කරන දේ ඒ දෙක match වෙනවා නම් තමයි එතන satisfaction එකක් තියෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒතර customer feel okay what I was expecting I was getting. So he or she will be happy. So always you being a person who is responsible on that should focus on this. So අපිට මේක කියන්න බෑ හැම ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකකටම මේ විදියට තමයි අපි කරන්නේ කියන එක. No, it's not like that. So ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකකින් ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකට approach එක වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. But basics are same. මොන ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකේ වුණත් කස්ටමර් එන්නේ යම්කිසි expectation එකක් එක්ක. එහෙනම් ඒ ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකේ හැටියට the people those who are playing in the industry should understand how to deliver that expectation as an experience. So then only you can build a satisfied client. මේක තේරුම් ගන්න. ඒතර perceived performance එක කියලා කියන්නේ finally perceived experience එක එයාට හම්බ වෙන experience එක. ඒක එයාගේ expectation එකත් එක්ක match වෙනවා නම් which means you can build a satisfied customer. ඒතර සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට MCQs deliver වෙන්න පුළුවන් තැන් තමයි customer relationship management definition එක අහන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට perceived performance perceived satisfaction කියන ඒවා ගැන ඔය හරහා MCQs develop වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So certain areas where which can be taken to develop questions. Okay. So what is the customer loyalty? So finally we are coming with this, the customer loyalty. අපි දැන් මේකෙත් customer loyalty එක එක steps ගැන අපි කතා කරා. ගිය පාරත් අපි කතා කරා customer loyalty ladder එකක් ගැන කතා කරා, right? ඒතර අපි කතා කරා customer relationship management එකේ prospect කෙනෙක් identify කරගෙන යාව loyal customer කෙනෙක් විදිහට ගේන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක කතා කරා. ඒ වගේම we were talking about the personal selling process in between a process දෙක අතර එන මේ කියන්නේ prospect කෙනෙක් customer කෙනෙක් කරගන්න steps steps විදිහට අපිට කතා කරා අපි personal selling approach එක. එතකොට with whatever we do, we talk about something called customer loyalty, guys. Right? Customer loyalty. What do you mean by the customer loyalty? What do you think? Okay, I mean, like with your understanding, what do you mean by the customer loyalty? Anyone? Can someone tell me what do you mean by the customer loyalty?
Building a long-term relationship with the customer.
Building the long-term
continuous business for future.
Very good. Very good. Building a long-term relationship with the customer. Very good. So for a future business, what else? What else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Any other explanation? Very good. Yeah, loyalty is like that. Actually, loyalty is building a profitable relationship for a longer journey, right? So why we need loyal customers? Because our expectation is to maintain them and grow with those customers. It is very much easy to do the business when we have the loyal customers, because one thing they know about the business, they know about ourselves, they are happy with whatever the product and the services we deliver for them. So that is why they have become loyal to the organization. So if we have more and more loyal customers, it is very much easy for us to do the business. So customer loyalty is actually a result of a continuous effort we do to be with the customer emotionally, as well as delivering the functional values of the products and the services what we deliver. එතකොට දැන් මෙතනදී අපි identify කරගන්න ඕනේ දැන් loyalty එකක් build කරනකොට අපි customerත් එක්ක emotionally connect වෙනවා. As a supplier, as a service provider, as a person who is delivering the value, and also customerත් එක්ක customer අපි product වල තියෙන experience එක I mean අපි ගත්තොත් mechanistic values හරහා අපි product එකෙන් දෙන experience එකනොත් අපි customerත් එක්ක connect වෙනවා. So functional and emotional connectivity both comes there when it comes for the customer loyalty. එතකොට දැන් අපි කොච්චර හොඳට කතා කරත් සමහර වෙලාවට right customer අපිත් එක්ක යාළුවයි නමුත් අපෙන් products purchase කරන්නේ. Right? එතකොට එහෙම නැත්නම් ඕකෙම අනිත් පැත්ත වෙනවා. customer products purchase කරනවා නමුත් අපිත් එක්ක එච්චර හොඳ නැහැ. customer product purchase කරන්නේ no option හින්දා. වෙන option එකක් නැති හින්දා. එතකොට ඔය situations දෙකම loyalty එකට පොඩි threat එකක්. මොකද when the customer is getting another place to buy the product, he might quickly move out. Right? He might quickly move out. So because of that, you need to maintain both. You need to maintain both. So the customer loyalty is the result of consistently positive emotional experience. Consistently positive emotional experience. Physical attributes based on the specification and the perceived value. Sorry, physical attributes based satisfaction and the perceived values. Right? එතකොට product එකේ value එකත් important ඔය දෙකටම. හිතන්න එපා හැමතිස්සෙම අපි සමාජලාට අපිට හම්බ වෙන sales කරන කට්ටිය ඒතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ කියනවා නෑ සර් customer මාර loyal අපෙන්ම තමයි එයා අපිත් එක්ක හොඳට කතා කරනවා එතකොට එතනදී අපිට මේ customer අපිත් එක්ක ඉස්සරහටත් business කරන්න කැමති කියලා කියනවා. නමුත් they don't do business. So this is where you need to focus on. So මතක තියාගන්න customer relationship management is one of the crucial area in customer service excellence කියන එක. So this neuromarketing part, I'm taking you all on another area which is a neuromarketing part. It is not actually the scientific part I'm not discussing here. අපි ගත්තොත් neuromarketing කියලා කියන්නේ customer service excellence වල එහෙම නැත්නම් customer services වලට මේක අලුත් කියලා කියන්න බෑ. It has been practicing for a longer period now. But how neuromarketing practiced in customer service කියන එක තමයි we need to identify. Now we were talking about bond between the customer emotionally, between the service provider and the service taker. Customer ගේ supplier ගේ relationship එක වැඩි වෙන්න බලපාන එක දෙයක් තමයි that's proven scientifically the connectivity between neurons. Right? Neuron connectivity. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි මේකට තව විදිහකට කියනවා mirroring neurons කියලා. එතකොට communication වලදී we talk about mirroring neurons. අපි කියනවා සරල විදිහට කිව්වොත් දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ අහලා ඇති සමහර ලාට ඕගොල්ලොම කියන සමහර ලාට අපි කස්ටමර්ගේ මේ බොක්කට දැනෙන්න කතා කරා කියලා කියන්නේ සමහර ලාවට. right? ඕගොල්ලෝ කියනවා සමහර ලාට අපි කස්ටමර්ගේ බොක්කට දැනෙන්න කතා කරා කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ if you are talking to the customer in the same wavelength what the customer is expecting, so which means what you're mirroring the neurons of the client. You're mirroring the neurons of the client. Even your communication, customer feel it. And even when you mirror neurons, when you practice neuromarketing, means, I mean, this is a subject where which goes in a huge scientific side when it comes to the psychology. But I'm just taking a nutshell and the very basic output. Sometimes, just because of the neuro management, you can identify the body language of the customer. If I take an example, sometimes you might see a customer's body language and judge their expectations. Customer is talking to you sometimes, but his attention goes somewhere else. So you should be able to identify where does the attention goes. දැන් අපි සමහර වෙලාවට ක්ලයන්ට් කෙනෙක් අපිත් එක්ක මේ කතා කර ඉන්නවා. ක්ලයන්ට් අපි දිහා අපිත් එක්ක ફોකස් කරගෙන නෙමෙයි කතා කරන්නේ. නමුත් he's discussing with us, but he's focusing on something else, which means his attention is not there to the discussion and he's searching some other things to bring his satisfaction. So මෙන්න මේ වගේ පොඩි clues වලින් අපිට අයිඩියා එක ගන්න පුළුවන් කස්ටමර්ගේ එක්ස්පෙක්ටේෂන් එක මොනවද කියන එක. Especially customer body language manage. Customer එක කතා කරනකොට customer ගේ eye movement එක යන එක, customer ගේ pitch එක අඩු වැඩි වෙන එක, tonality එක අඩු වැඩි වෙන එක. ඒ ඔක්කොම වෙන්නේ how we address the customer neurons effectively to position our products කියන එක. ඒක අපි to bring the customer satisfaction කියන එක. ඒතකොට මෙතනදී අපි practice කරන්න ඕන දේ තමයි when we are communicating with the customer, we should be able to identify the customer's movement, including their body languages and the attention towards what we are communicating with the client. අපි සමහර වෙලාවට දැකලා තියෙනවා right now this I do practice sometimes. customer කෙනෙක්ට face to face බලලා කතා කරනකොට සමහර customers ලට face to face ඒ කියන්නේ eye contact තියාගෙන කතා කරන්න බෑ. You being a salesperson should be able to keep the eye contact and talk to the client. So if the client is not open himself for the entire discussion, sometimes he will not be able to keep the eye contact with you. So which means sometimes he is trying to hide something from you throughout the discussion. So that you should be able to capture. සමහරලාට එකපාරටම ඇහිපිල්ලම් ගහන එක. එතකොට forehead එක curve කරලා ඒ කියන්නේ curl කරලා නිකන් අර confuse විදිහට බලන එක. So ඔය වගේ පොඩි clues එන්නේ client ගේ neurons වලින් එන reaction එක උඩ. So being a salesperson with the experience මේක එකපාරටම overnight අද sales පටන් අරගෙන හෙට මේක practice කරන්න බෑ. So being a salesperson, by dealing with people, by dealing with customers, you should be able to identify their body languages that are connected with their neuroscience. So this is one of the major area now discussed under sales management. මේ පැත්තෙන් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ලොකුවට නෑ මම පොඩි දෙයක් කියන්නම් මෙතන as an example, right? How it works, right? So අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම forget about the scientific approach. අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම මම කිව්වා neuroscience වලින් අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් තමයි neuro marketing වලදී අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් තමයි අපි clues දෙනවා client. අපි clues දීලිවල I mean we were talking about I guess we were talking about what do you call personal selling strategies. Then neuroscience persons neuromarketing කියන එක personal selling strategies වලට connect වෙන එක තැනක් තමයි අපි කිව්වා what do you call we are giving can you all remember the very first approach of personal selling strategies? Can someone recall me out of 5? Can someone recall me the very first strategy, the personal selling strategy? කාටර කියන්න පුළුවන්ද? I can't remember.
So is it the approach thing?
No, no,
That is the process.
no. What? Now we were talking about, problem solving, consultative approach. Then what else? Mental status approach. What else? We were talking about few strategies we were talking about. So what are those strategies? Can someone recall quickly? Mental status approach, problem solving approach, consultative approach, need satisfaction approach. What is the other one?
Stimulus approach.
Stimulus response approach. Now see this. Now when you look at neuromarketing, what do? You sometimes give stimulus. You give stimulus, and based on the stimuli, customer neurons are adjusted. Based on the neuro adjustment, customers started reacting for whatever the stimulus we are generating. We are communicating with them. So with that reaction, customers' behavioral patterns start changing. So customer behavioral patterns start changing, not because of anything else, but because of the neuroscience within himself. So you and I can't see this, but with the experience you and I get by managing clients, my dear students, you feel it after some times. Now, if you are in the construction industry, if you are in the retail industry, if you are in the electronic industry, if you are in the IT industry, you identify the customers are with the similar patterns. Customers are with the similar requirements. Customers are with the similar behavioral conditions. Customers are with the similar demographic conditions. So they behave in a similar manner to fulfill the same need. If that is the case, experience what you gathered from 10 customers might be useful for the 11th customer. So all these things are happening just because of the neuron effect that are connected with the need satisfaction of the customer. So make a ඕගොල්ලන්ට ගන්න පුළුවන් experience එකක්, with the experience what you gathered over a period. But this model is scientifically proven. This model is scientifically proven. මේකත් එක්ක connect වෙන තව topic එකක් තමයි globally කතා කරන අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම mindfulness, MBSR, MBCT කියලා models දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Globally connect වෙච්ච neuroscience එකත් එක්ක connect වෙච්ච neuromarketing එකත් එක්ක connect වෙච්ච models දෙකක් තමයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට Google කරලා බලන්න පුළුවන්. MBCT, mindfulness based cognitive therapy, ඒක medical industry එකට තියෙන එකක්. mindfulness based stress reduction කියන එක corporate sector එකට තියෙන එකක්. So මේ neurons එක්ක connect වෙච්ච තවත් models දෙකක් තමයි ඔය MBCT, MBSR කියලා කියන්නේ. නමුත් ඒක කතා කරන්නේ අපි customer කෙනෙක් එක්ක deal කරනකොට අපේ movements අපි හදා ගන්න ඕනේ කොහොමද කියන එක. දැන් මෙතනදී අපි කතා කරන්නේ neuro marketing වලදී customer ගේ movement එකක් අපි identify කරගෙන යන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක බලා ගන්න. So it comes along with the experience what you gathered over a period by handling somewhat similar clients over and over because of the similar behavioral patterns they depict with the same need satisfaction. So make a in-depth, make a scientific side එක මම ලොකුවට කතා කරන්න දන්නේ නැහැ because it is a science. So ඕගොල්ලන්ට study කරන්න පුළුවන් neuro marketing අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම වෙනමම programs තියෙනවා. අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම locally නම් ඇත්තටම නැහැ neuro marketing side එකට ලොකුට කතා කරන්න programs, but globally university levels වලින් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම තියෙනවා ඕන තරම් video articles තියෙනවා. You all can study. One of the unique area but got highlighted after 2004-2005 with the scientific proof how it is important into the sales management. ඉතින් මේක ගැන study කරන්න මේක study කරලා නවත්තන්න පුළුවන් එකක් නෙමෙයි. එතකොට මේක ඕගොල්ලන්ට බලපාන විදිය ඕගොල්ලන්ට study කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ examples එක industry එකට implement කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිය ඕගොල්ලන්ට හොයා ගන්න පුළුවන් when you study. හැමතිස්සෙම මේ වගේ දෙයක් අලුත් දෙයක් ආවොත් මේ වගේ අලුත් topic එකක් ආවොත් එක තැනක එක රාමුවක හිර වෙන්න බෑ because the topics like this MBCT MBSR neuro marketing කියන scientific areas guys evolving day in and day out, but neuro marketing is also evolving day in and day out because there are so much of universities, so many universities in the world are studying on this area since these areas are new to the corporate sector. ඉතින් මේ subjects පුළුවන් නම් study කරන්න additionally sessions වලට සහභාගී වෙලා participate කරලා then you will have a better understanding how you can use the neuro marketing effectively in your business, in your operation. But in general, what I'm saying, what happens there, because with the experience you gain over a period by handling the same customer, you identify the behavioral pattern, similar behavioral pattern to satisfy the same need level. So with that, you can adjust yourself to manage the next customer to get the better results. So that is the whole objective behind the neuroscience and the neuromarketing approach. දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම උදාහරණයක් විදිහට අපි තව එකක් කියනවානේ. අපි කියනවා අපි යම් කිසි තැනක් පාස් කරගෙන යනවා. පාස් කරනකොට අපි දකිනවා එතන කැම කඩයක් කියලා හිතමු උදාහරණයක්. If it is a food outlet and you see so much of crowd over there. You think, okay, food might be better. That is why the crowd is there. But you don't have an experience, but you judge. You think it should be a better place. So that is why the crowd is gathered over there. That is because of what? That is because of the neuron effect, which is generated within you. So these things are used by the marketer. These things are used by the people, those who are managing brands. So why people are using celebrities as an example? Now, if this celebrity can do it, why can't I? Which means this celebrity is using this, and that gives a positive output to the consumer's mind, your target market, mindset of your target market and the target audience. And that is because of the neurons effect. ඉතින් මෙන්න මේ වගේ දේවල් now අපි හිතමු අපි product එකක් ලස්සනට display කරලා තියෙනවා. And the same product, you put it in an average outlet without much of a display, and the same product you put it in a branded outlet with a nice display. So you being a customer might identify that should be expensive, that should be a quality product, and the product, the first product is not a quality, it not be the original. So because of what? You get an idea based on the things that are surrounded, and you yourself decide with the facts that are coming into the mindset. So stimuli are generated and your neurons are reacted based on the things what you see and feel. So that also part of the neuro marketing. එතකොට දැන් මේ science එක ඇතුලේ දැන් අපි එකම දේ repeat කරන්න, I will tell you one of the example, right? Now no politics in it, okay? Then go home, go to 2022, go home, whatever you name it, right? Then මේ adjustment එකේදී මිනිස්සුන්ගේ ඔළුවට ආපු දේ තමයි මොකද්ද? Okay, even the people, those who were not initially bothered, were basically started thinking and started reacting on this. Why? Just because of the neuron management. So that also part of the neuromarketing. Now, අපි කියනවානේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේක politicians ලා නම් ලොකුවට practice කරපු දෙයක්, right? මට මතකයි who was that politician who died? මංගල සමරවීර. මංගල සමරවීර නේද බරුනේ? ඔව්. කිව්වා බොරුව වුණත් අර දිගටම කියන්න ඒක ඇත්ත වෙනවයි කියලා කිව්වා. Right? So why? How come it happens? How come it happens? Because of the stimuli that are generated, and that is affecting the neurons. So because of that, you will feel either the things positively or negatively. The same thing implement in the sales management, same thing implement in the marketing management, same thing implement in the brand management. So this is affecting the effective customer service management. The practice කරන්න මේක පුළුවන් තරම් the experience what you are getting by managing clients, you will be able to use for the next client. So that is how at your level you can manage the neuro marketing to bring better experience, the customer service experience. Any question there? Any question there? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone? Let's move forward quickly. Then we were talking about overpromise under delivery, and even I mean customer service excellence. When you look at, we identify certain points where our salespeople or the people those who are handling clients are promising too much to the client. Make a hurry danger එකක්. Guys, when you're managing clients, look at this table. We identified 9 scenarios which works in real life. හරිද? එතකොට now let's say you identified all this with numbers. මේ hypothetical numbers තමයි මේ expected column එකේ මේ sales person ගේ promise column එකේ මේ delivered column එකේ තියෙන hypothetical numbers ටිකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ now අපි customer expectation එකට value එකක් තියලා තියෙනවා 10 කියලා, promise එකට value එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා 10 කියලා, delivery එකට value එකක් තියෙනවා 10 කියලා. ඒකේ variation එක අනුව how the customer satisfaction varies කියන එක තමයි මේ model එකෙන් describe කරන්නේ. Look at this carefully. The scenario number 1, right? Scenario number 1. Customer comes to you expecting something that we value as 10. And you being the salesperson said, yes, sir, we can give, right? Yes, sir, 3 bag full. Okay, we can give. කියලා වෙලා customer expect කරන එක promise කරනවා deliver කරන්න. But when you really deliver it, you don't deliver the same what you promise and you deliver less. So what happens? Customer expected something and you promise that and you deliver less. So the moment you promise that, you have matched the customers. Once again, you have matched the customers' expectation. You have mirrored the customer's neurons. You have mirrored the customer's neurons. Customer ගේ expectations match කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට perceived expectation එක promise කරලා තියෙනවා perceived experience එකට ගේන්න. But when you really delivering it, you create a gap. You reduce. You deliver less than what you promise. So you kill the trust. You kill the trust. Look at the second scenario. Customer comes to you expecting something. This is the customer's perceived expectation. You promise to deliver that. You maintain the perceived experience. You deliver, you give the same experience what the customer was expecting. One thing, you build the trust because you promise what the customer is experiencing. Then you deliver that. You improve and build the trust with the customer. Look at the scenario number 3. Look at the scenario number 3. Customer comes with expecting something and you promise that you deliver more than what the customer is expecting. But you don't communicate in advance. Huh? You don't communicate, but the time of delivering කියලා කියන්නේ මෙතන මේ physical product එක deliver කරන එකට මේ I mean to say. But by the time of real service delivery or real approach of making the customer happy, you deliver more than what you promise. දැන් අපි හිතමු අපි pizza එකක් order කරාම, right? අපිට ඒකත් එක්ක dessert එකට lava cake එකක් free වෙනවයි කියලා උදාහරණයක් විතර. It's kind, you were not expecting that, but wow, you got something free, right? you create wow factors. You create wow factors. Look at the scenario 4. It's a killer. Customer expects something. You promise something less than what the customer expect, but still the customer gives you the green light to do the job. Customer ඉල්ලගෙන එනවා 10ක් ඕගොල්ලෝ කියනවා මම නම්බර් එකක් දාලා කියන්නේ. ඕගොල්ලෝ කියනවා නෑ සර් අපිට 10ක් දෙන්න බෑ 8යි දෙන්නේ. කස්ටමර් කියනවා alright okay කමන්නේ 8ක් තියෙනවානේ කියලා 8කට green light එක දෙනවා. නමුත් ඔයා deliver කරන්නේ 6යි. Now customer agreed here less than what was initially expected, and you fail to deliver that. You fail to deliver that, and you kill the trust once again. And look at the scenario number 5. Customer comes with the certain expectation, and you promise less than what customer expected, but customer gives you the green light to supply, and you deliver that. Guys, look at this scenario number 2 and scenario number 5. Both scenarios, you maintain what you promised. You maintain what you promised, which is a positive thing. Scenario number 6, in one way it is a dangerous scenario, and in another way it's a wow factor. Let me tell you first the wow factor. You can see it here. Customer comes with the expectation. You promise less, then you deliver what the customer was expecting. Right? You promise, you deliver what the customer was expecting. The method gattot, you create a wow factor here. You can create a wow factor if the customer gives you the green light to supply 8 only. දැන් මෙතන වෙන්නේ මොකක්ද දන්නවද මේ දේ වෙන රීසන් එක තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට සේල්ස් පර්සන් කම්ෆර්ටබල් නෑ කම්පැනි එකට මේ වැඩේ කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියන එක සමහර වෙලාවට. ඒතර සේල්ස් පර්සන් එයාගේ process එක ඔපරේෂන් එක ගැන එයාටම comfortable නෑ මේ වැඩේ කරන්න. එයා එතකොට promise කරන්නේ නෑ customer. He doesn't promise in front of the customer. He always promise less. If customer agreed to get 8, okay. But if customer said no, I will find my solution from somewhere else, you are losing the client. You are losing the client. මේ point එක වෙන්නේ මේ scenario number 6 ගොඩක් වෙලාවට වෙන්නේ sales person තමන්ගේ team එක ගැනම comfortable නෑ. Sales person තමන්ගේ company එකේට මේ වැඩේ කරයිද හරියට කියලාවත් trust එකක් නෑ. එයාව trouble එකේ දාගන්න නැතුව එයාව safe sound එකේ තියාගෙන වැඩේ කරන්න හදනවා. නමුත් customer green light එක දෙන්න නැතුව වෙන supply කෙනෙක් හෙව්වොත් you are losing the job. But if the customer gives a green light, you are okay. You create a wow factor. Scenario number 10. This is number 7. One of the dangerous thing, you will never be able to stand up in front of the client after that. අපේ sales කරන කට්ටිය ගොඩක් කරන්නේ මෙන්න මේක. ඉරයි හඳයි customer ගේ ඉස්සරහා තියලා ඉවල අන්තිමටම හාල් මැස් එකක් deliver කරන්න නැති level එකට යනවා. So you customer expect 10, you promise 12 and you deliver less than what the customer expected. You kill the trust, and it's one of the dangerous thing, and you create so much of uncomfortable thing, and you let down your company, you let down yourself. You will not be stand up in front of the customer. Scenario number 8, guys, most of the sales people think this is positive. Not really. This is where then again you are talking about neurons. Scenario number 8, customer comes expecting 10. And you promise the customer 12. You promise the customer 12. The moment you promise the customer 12, more than what the customer is expecting, you take the customer into a different level psychologically, right? You take the customer into a different level psychologically. But when you deliver what the customer initially expected. Do you think the customer happy? No, my dear friends, then again you're talking about psychological satisfaction, the neuron management, neuromarketing you are talking about here. And you yourself have taken the customer into a different different expected level, and you put your customers down in front of his expectation. So that will kill the trust. That will kill the trust. දැන් මෙතනදී ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කරන ආගියුමන්ට් එක තමයි අපි ඕක කිව්වහම කරන්න එපා කියලා. නෑ සර් ඉතින් ඉස්සෙල්ලා කස්ටමර් ඉල්ලනකම අපි දුන්නානේ. ඉතින් අපි හිතුවා තමයි කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා. අපිට ඒ උනට කරගන්න බැරි වුණා තමයි. එතකොට අපි මේ කස්ටමර් ඉල්ලපු දේ කොහොම හරි මුලින්ම දුන්නානේ. But guys, remember, you will not be able to survive there. You kill the trust just because of the psychological adjustment you are making with the customer's expectation. It is a killer. And the scenario number 9, once again, it's a positive, it's a wow factor, because you promise what the customer more than the customer expect, and you deliver whatever you have promised. So summary is basically the promise delivery, right, is effective, and over promise and under delivery is a killer in customer satisfaction. So over promise and under delivery is a killer. You got to remember that customer service ගොඩක් වෙලාවට අනාගන්න තැනක් තමයි over promise කරලා ඒකේ under deliver කරනකොට ඒක promise කරපු ප්‍රමාණය deliver කරන්නේ නැති එක. The sales, y'all being sales people need to remember not to commit too much sometimes if you are having a doubt about what you can do. පැහැදිලිද? Any question, guys? Any questions? Anyone is having any questions here? Anyone is having any questions here? Anyone is having any questions?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
This is Jerome here.
Yes, sir.
I want to clarify this scenario number 6. I think with the current situation, most of us are practicing the same thing. We are not committing much to the client, but end of the day, we try to deliver whatever the client require with the current situation. So okay. But you told that we will lose the customer if we don't agree to what he was expecting also. So in that process, how we tackle the customer?
Yeah, it's like this. Actually, what happens, you doubt about your own service right here. So that is the reason you are not committing now. I mean, to be honest, right? If you know my back end is strong, right? Okay, mage supply chain එක strong, buy වෙන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. දවස් 3න් ETA එක expected date of arrival ඒගොල්ලන් දවස් 3න් දෙනවයි කියලා කිව්වනම් දවස් 3න් දෙනවා. එහෙනම් මේක මේ විදිහට දෙනවයි කියලා කිව්වනම් ඒක ගැන doubt එකක් හින්දානේ අපි less commit කරන්නේ. Right? Then a වෙලාව customer, now if you are committing less, you have to take that burden, you have to take that risk. What if the customer said no? Customer yes කියලා කිව්වා. දැන් අපිට මෙහෙම අපි කොහොමත් ඔය වගේ ඩිස්කෂන් එකකදී කියනනේ සර් මම ෂුවර් කරන්නේ දෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා, මට මෙච්චරයි දෙන්න පුළුවන්, මම පුළුවන් වුණොත් දෙන්නම්, and all these stories are coming up at that discussion. No, that is the usual pattern නේ. ඒතර දැන් කියන උදාහරණයක්, hypothetical example, if I take as an now customer is expecting the item within 2 weeks. And you come up and tell the customer, so it's like this, the scenario is pretty challenging, the shipments are getting delayed a bit, and I don't think I can get it in 2 weeks, but within 3 weeks for sure I can give you, but I can't commit you in 2 weeks. But if in case item comes, I will give you in 2 weeks. But if in case, if you are putting a condition, but that condition might create a negative impact to the client, because he doesn't want to keep himself at a risk taking your if condition, and back of his mind his neurons are started working, what if condition works negatively for him. So that your if condition is okay with him, he will say, right, okay, we'll see, but try to give the item as soon as possible, but within 3 weeks you must supply කියලා order එක දුන්නයි කියලා හිතමුකෝ. You are at the safe side. You can even deliver within 2 weeks and make him. Wow, thank you. කියන level එකට. But customer keyword, no puta, I don't want to take a risk, right? Like this is nothing personal. I need to get my job done, so I will go with the other customer, other supplier. මොකද කරන්නේ? Tell me what are you going to do?
Yeah, but that time we are not losing the customer. Next time we can at least serve the customer again.
Exactly. This is where I'm saying, right? You are not losing the client because you try to be honest. You try to be honest. You are losing the clients at the scenario number 1. You are losing the clients at the scenario number 4. You are losing the clients at the scenario number 7 and 8. But the rest of the conditions, you are not losing the clients. You are not losing the client because you tell openly. You tell openly the clients the condition. You communicate the client openly and clear themselves. And if the client is willing to take that risk and still go ahead with your business, it's perfectly okay. You are at the safe side. You know what I'm saying, right? In this scenario, you don't lose the customer. You build a rapport because you open to the client. You open to the client. Then you yourself might say, sir, risk එකක් ගන්න ඕනේ නෑ. මේ පාර සර් අරයගෙන් ගන්න මේ ඉස්සරහට මම සප්ලයි කරන්න. Because I don't want to put you into trouble. කියලා ඔයාම කියන්න පුළුවන්. You yourself might tell the client. So මේ පාර ඒ වැඩේ එහෙන් කරගන්න. මටත් පොඩි doubt එකක් තියෙනවා. Because we say like that. We say like that. That is the reality. පැහැදිලි නේද?
Understood, sir.
Yes.
Understood. Thanks.
Okay. Any questions? Any more questions?
Yes, I'm Hirant here. I also
Yeah.
want to give an input as to what Jerome said. It's about the country situation. Current country condition matters a lot on this. Because thing is,
Yes.
practically, I'm also running a billion company. So like this during this condition, most of the costing, everything is like uncertain, right? We can't even get much of the business. Like let's say we give a price change or something, they discuss, they like process the order and give it to us, but the material cost and everything is going up from this side. So in that case, we fail to supply them, and even it's very unpredictable whether we could continue the business, whether we could cater the customer. There are certain challenges we do have in the current situation. I think Jerome was also asking about the with regard to the current condition, how are we going to tackle a customer in this nature?
Yeah, it's like this now. Here you can go ahead with certain options. Even I'm facing the same challenge right now. Now I'm into the high volume and the value project operation, project businesses. Right now, most of the solutions are imported solutions, and it takes. Even the shipping duration takes minimum 2 weeks. Right. So and let's say we place the order today. Right now, anyway, we can't open the LC right now. How we have to do make the payment for the foreign supplier, but by the time it comes to the Sri Lankan port, today the duty comes for the dollar rate 300 and let's say 15, and by the time shipment comes to Colombo, the dollar rate goes as 300. Let's say as an example, it's 350, 375. So we have to pay the duty based on that dollar rate. So things are like that. Things are like that. So always remember, keep tolerance in the bid, the quotation, what you do. And always make sure more than earlier to mention the terms and conditions properly in your bid document or the quotation, what you communicate with the client. And also not just keep hidden terms and condition in your quotations, and be open. And if you are adding any additional terms and conditions, sometimes you might reduce the quotation validity period. Now those days we could have easily keep the validity period of 30 days in certain products, but today we can't keep 30 days. We keep only 3 to 4 days, maximum 7 days, 7 days validity period. Now even that we have reduced for 3 days validity period. So now the 3-day validity period, of course we can do, based on the product what the customer is requesting. So, but you got to communicate this. So I have changed a small term over there. So since it's a quotation is official document, so validity period we had to reduce. Can't help so because we can't do this. So and you can keep the payment terms. You can keep. Sometimes certain projects we are quoting at the dollar rate, right? So we have no issues, and we charge the client based on the dollar rate. I mean at the clearance stage. Sometimes we ask client to open the LC for the project directly. So client open the LC. So we don't take that burden. So all these things need to communicate to the client and go ahead. Otherwise, අපි අර සමහර මේ දවස්වල hidden terms යනවා. quotation වල යට මේ මොනවා හරි දෙකක් දාලා asterisk mark එකක් දාලා asterisk එකේ term එක තියෙන්නේ. මේ දවස්වල තමයි ඔය terms ඔක්කොම clearly visible වෙන්න ඕනේ quotation එකේ. Remember asterisk එකක් දාලා ඒ asterisk එකේ යටින් මේ terms and condition apply කියලා දාන එක හරියන්නේ නැහැ මේ දවස්වල. ඒ general මොනවා හරි specific හරි general හරි terms and condition ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ quotation එකට include කරනවා නම් you have to include it in a clear manner, and also you have to communicate whatever the new terms and conditions to the client. Otherwise, you are putting your client and the relationship also in danger, right? This is a VUCA environment. VUCA in the sense highly volatile, highly uncertain, highly complex, right? And ambiguity is very high. So that is why we call it VUCA. VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguity. ඉතින් මේ condition එකේ අපි client කෙනෙක්ව manage කරනකොට අපි manage කරන්න ඕනේ සෑහෙන්න carefully, because sometimes you might kill the relationship you have built over a period if you try to go in hidden terms and condition with the client at this moment, especially when it comes for B2B operation. It's very crucial, and also let's say very unpleasant incident one company faced very recently. I don't want to mention the company. The company we are into a small consultancy, and this company was increasing the price of the product which is already available in the warehouse. And apparently what happened, that message went across the entire dealer network, and entire dealer network reject purchasing the products. At the beginning, even we got stuck to find the real reason. Drastically, demand came down, and I mean, this product is a IT-related product, and there were no reason for demand to come down when all the other companies are performing well. And we were searching the reason, and we even couldn't identify. I mean, it was taken a couple of days for us to identify. Then we identified, okay, we sent one of our person to identify, I mean, with the salespeople to identify the reason from the field. Then only we realized. Then what they have done, they have increased the price of the product which is already available in the warehouse, and that message has gone to, I don't know how the message went into the market, but that message has gone into the market, and every dealer, every reseller stopped purchasing from that particular supplier. So there was a huge inventory, and there was a huge issues with the relationship, and even salesperson started getting rejected from the retailer, and they couldn't even move. So, I mean, still the company is struggling to build the relationship they were losing. So this is the reality. This is the reality. So you have to be careful. You should be careful. So මොකද අපිටත් ඒක හොයාගන්න රීසන් එක හොයාගන්න අපිටත් දවස් කීපයක් ගියා. මොකද්ද මේකට හේතුව කියන එක බලනකොට වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඕක තමයි. ඉතින් මේ දවස්වල because everybody is in a trouble. මේ දවස්වල කියන්නේ not immediate, about 3-4 about 6-7 months back incident මම මේ කියන්නේ COVID condition එකේ තිබ්බ incident එකක් මම මේ කියන්නේ. So මෙතනදී මේ වගේ crisis condition එකකදී you should be fully transparent with whatever you do. So then you're clear. Then you're clear. පැහැදිලිද?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
More than earlier, you should be transparent this period. Okay, any questions? Anyone is having any questions, guys? Anyone is having any questions? And guys, remember service excellence කියලා කියන්නේ අර මං ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ මේ වැඩිපුර දේවල් දෙන එක නෙමෙයි. ඉල්ලන දේ දුන්නා නම් ඒක තමයි ඉල්ලන දේ දීලා perceived expectation එක meet කරා නම් perceived experience එකෙන් so you manage the customer service excellence. අපිට ලොකු දේවල් කරන්න ඕනේ. හරි සරල subject එකක් අපි complex කරගෙන ඉන්නේ. අපිට ඉල්ලන දේ deliver වෙලා customer satisfy කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් deliver what is promised and dealing well with any problem and queries are arise. So customer service excellence කියලා කියන්නේ ඕක. So ලොකු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. But unfortunately ඕකම තමයි අපේ කට්ටිය අනාගන්නේ. So tell your team to manage the emotional part of the customer. Very important. Very, very important. සමහර වෙලාවට ඕගොල්ලොන් ඒ කියන්නේ කස්ටමර්ගේ මයින්ඩ් එකත් එක්ක ප්ලේ කරනකොට ඕගොල්ලොන් ඒක හරියට කරන්නේ නැහැ. සමහර වෙලාවට ඉතින් කස්ටමර්ත් එක්ක ඉමෝෂනලි කනෙක්ට් වෙන්න right. එතකොට කස්ටමර්ට රිවීල් කරන්න රියල් රීසන්ස් මොනවද කියලා කස්ටමර්ට ප්‍රොසෙස් එක කමියුනිකේට් කරන්න ඩිලේ එකක් වෙනවා නම් ඒ ඩිලේ එකට අදාළ ප්‍රොසෙස් එක කමියුනිකේට් කරන්න so then the customer aware what is happening. So these things are important. So guide your salespeople, train your salespeople, important. I'm not going to run this video, but any question, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, let me see whether I can run this video. Look at this.
Okay, last stop of the day. Pipe adhesive and deck stain.
Can you all hear?
Hey, how's it going?
Sir.
Hey, excuse me. I need to find pipe adhesive. You know where that is?
Can't really help you out with that, but I'm sure you can find somebody down in aisle 4 to help you.
Excuse me. You know where I can find pipe adhesive?
Yeah, just over there on the shelf.
Oh, okay. So just. Hey, can you, hey guys. Hello? Hey, I need to restain my deck. I was wondering if you could help me.
Sure, I hear that stuff over there is pretty good.
Okay, well, I haven't done this before. So is there anything you can recommend?
Have you used a paintbrush before?
Yeah, of course.
Well, then that's all you need to know.
Oh, brushes. I forgot brushes. Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. Are your brushes in the paint department or are they... Hello? Or is it okay if I just use a brush from home, an old one?
You're doing a deck?
Yeah, I'm doing a deck.
Yeah, you should be fine. We're good.
You know what? Just forget it. Just forget it. Ridiculous. Ugh. You know what? I gotta tell somebody about this. This place is a joke.
Guys, look at the way they were managing the client. Okay, You saw the entire scenario and how he was even rejected at the entrance. So let me take you all on another incident. Now look at this. Opposite version.
Okay, last stop of the day. Pipe adhesive and deck stain. Hey, how's it going?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. What can I help you find today?
Yeah, I got this small list of items here. I need some pipe adhesive and some deck stain.
Okay, so you want to check your deck and do some plumbing. Plumbing materials are in aisle 4. Let me take you there.
Great.
Tell me about your deck.
Well, I just bought this house and the deck was there existing. So it's flaking. I just need to spruce it up.
Okay, well, we have products for that in the paint and stain department. I'll take you there after we resolve your plumbing needs.
Great.
Hi, Wa. This customer is looking for some piping. Can you help him?
Sure, I can. Thank you, Emily.
Oh, you're welcome.
So what are we doing today?
Well, I'm running some pipe under my sink and I need some adhesive to make it stick together.
Sure. The adhesive you're looking for is right over here, and the size what you're looking for is not there. Just give me for a second. I'm going to grab a ladder. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
So what else is on your list today?
Yeah, I need to get some deck stain, but I saw that area when I came in. But thanks for your help. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Hi, did Wa help you find everything you needed in plumbing?
Yeah, he did. It was great.
You said before that you were working on a previously painted deck. Is that right?
Yes.
And how old would you say that deck is?
You know, I don't know for certain. A lot of the boards are cracking and broken, but for now I just need to spruce it up, stain it.
Okay, well, while you were with Wa, I went over and I found a couple different types of stain.
Oh, wow. That's good. Great. Thanks.
So this one is a oil-based product. It's a solid color stain and would be best used on a previously stained deck, just like you have.
All right, good. Perfect.
Okay, so you're going to take that one. Do you have brushes, rollers, and paint trays at home, or will you be needing those?
Yeah, I might as well grab some while I'm here. Where is that?
Let's go over here and I'll show you what we have. I'll explain the difference. And one of these. I think that's all you need today. I look forward to seeing you next time that you're in.
Hey, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
See you later, Emily.
Bye.
Thank you for calling Sled. This is Julie. How may I direct your call? You bet. I'll put you right through. Hang on.
Hi there, how you doing today?
I'm great, thank you.
Did you find everything you were looking for today?
Sure did.
Fantastic.
Staff was super helpful, actually.
That is so great to hear. Will you be paying with cash or debit today?
I'll be paying with debit. Actually, I need to get some of that hand sanitizer that was in the flyer. Can you watch this stuff and maybe I'll just run back there and grab it?
Featured hand sanitizer? I'll have someone bring it right up for you.
Great. Thank you.
Hi, Jim. Do you know the hand sanitizer we have in the ad? Do you mind just running some up to the cash for the customer that's after some? Perfect, thanks. Happy to bring it up. It'll be here before we're done checking you out.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. There you go. Thank you so much for choosing Slide today.
Hey, thank you.
I look forward to seeing you next time you're in.
Oh, thanks. I look forward to seeing you.
You too. Take care.
Yeah, you too. All right. Got everything checked off. You know what? I gotta tell somebody about this. This place is great.
Now, see the two scenarios, right? See the two scenarios. Now, the first scenario, completely he was neglected from the entrance and to solve his problem. And the second scenario, right? He was completely treated positively from the entrance itself. So, I mean, where did you see the positive customer service? Can someone tell me? Where did you all see the positive customer? First one or the second one?
Obviously,
Okay,
the second one.
Second one.
Obviously the second one නේ. ඇයි obviously the second one කියලා කිව්වේ? Right? අන්තිම cashier girl hina වෙලා කතා කරේ එතනදී නේ. And guys, actually, no, actually, guys, now when you seriously look at, okay, now sometimes we have seen this in certain places. Now, when you look at the girl who was at the cashier point finally, okay, even when she was managing the phone while having a client in front, okay, and she's giving a signal for the client saying, okay, to wait for a couple of seconds, right? So she's giving a signal. You look at.
That's all you need today. I look forward to seeing you next time that you're in.
Hey, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
See you later, Emily.
Bye.
Empty.
Thank you for calling Sled. This is Julie. How may I direct your call?
Empty.
You bet. I'll put you right through. Hang on. Hey there, how you doing today?
I'm great, thank you.
Did you find everything you were looking for today?
Sure did.
Fantastic.
Staff was super helpful, actually.
That is so great to hear. Will you be paying?
එක කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක් ඉස්සරහා ඉන්නවා අනිත් කස්ටමර් කෙනෙක් over the phone ඉන්නවා. ඒතර multiple clients ලාව handle කරනවා එකම වෙලාවෙ. Right? So these are certain things what we need to look at the customer service. අපි දන්නේ සමහර වෙලාවට customer ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නවා අපි ඉස්සරහා වාඩිලා ඉන්නවා. අපි ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්න customer ගැන bother වෙන්නේ නැහැ පොඩ්ඩක්වත්. අපි මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? over the phone ඔහේ තමන්ගේ වැඩේ කරගෙන යනවා. So you need to have some, you have to practice certain skills to improve that. Otherwise, guys, customer service mama කියවනේ customer service excellence කියලා කියන්නේ rocket science නෙමෙයි. Right? You do something positive to make the other person happy. So effort එකේදී අපි කරන දේ අනිත් මනුස්සයට I mean physically ඒ වගේම emotionally feel වෙන්න ඕනේ. Then only he or she will be happy. He or she will be build a loyalty and the relationship with us. So ඕගොල්ලෝ වුණත් යනකට ගියාම you might feel no මුන්ගේ customer service කොහොමද කින්දමන්ද කියන එක you might feel no, right? So ඕක තමයි reality එක, right? So there are some more videos I will share with you all. So any questions? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone is having any questions? So far, anyone is having any questions? Anyone is having any questions so far? Now I'm coming into the main strategy part in customer service. Anyone is having any question? මේකේ ඔක්කොම ටික ඕගොල්ලෝගේ syllabus එකට අදාළ වෙන්නේ නැහැ, but I will take whatever the key areas over there. So any questions? Anyone is having any questions? Right, okay. So guys, actually when you are designing strategies, okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, when you are designing strategies, there are 3 things you got to focus in customer service. One is the people component, those who are delivering the customer service, and your technology, right? Outdated technology customer service karana amaruyi. Strategy, what strategic approach you are taking, whatever the techniques and the programs you are implementing, your strategy. So people, technology, strategy kiyala kiyanne the 3 major areas you got to focus when it comes to customer service excellence, right? So you have to maintain, you have to commit yourself to build all these 3 areas if you are to build a good customer service in your operation. So now we have something called, in whatever the business, we have something called blueprint of the customer service blueprint. Then we identified the Huskat model, right? We identified the service profit chain by Huskat. So similarly, when you look at the customer service excellence, your entire organization should have something called customer service blueprint. මේ blueprint එකක් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Layman language එකෙන් blueprint එකක් කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? දන්න කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද? Anyone? අපි ගත්තොත් එම building එකක blueprint එකක් කියලා කිව්වහම building එකේ complete details තියෙන complete detail plan එකනේ. Right, detail approach එකනේ blueprint එක කියලා කියන්නේ. So in operation also the same blueprint of the operation, in the sense the detailed diagram, detailed report which talks about each and everything. So in an organization you should have something called customer service blueprint if you are to improve the customer service, otherwise you can't do. So when you design the customer service blueprint, guys, there are certain things you got to focus on, right? So service marketing, we focus in 3 areas, right? So when it comes to service marketing strategy, we focus on 3 areas, 3 dimensions. අපි මෙතන කියනවා I mean 3 main dimensions in service marketing කියලා. So මේ area එක MCQ questions built වෙන්න පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. Now when you look at okay, now service oriented operation, you deal with your employees, you deal with your external clients, you deal with your employees are dealing with external clients. And remember, there are 3 main service marketing strategies implemented by the service-oriented company. One is the internal marketing strategy, which means mainly the employee-employer combination, and internal marketing strategy to build some kind of a motivational strategies, the leadership strategy within the organization, and career development strategy within the organization. I mean, things to maintain the employee loyalty with the organization by reducing the employee turnover. And the other one, the company is practicing external marketing and whatever the external communication with your client, external marketing. So you can identify advertising, marketing, promotions, events, what you do, whatever the engagement you maintain with the customer, PR projects, what you do with the customer, all these things are coming under external marketing. Internal marketing වලට තමයි අපි මේ කියන්නේ employee development, HR activities, HR events, career development, අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම grooming, employee grooming, performance appraisal, ඒ ඔක්කොම internal marketing. Motivation, training, internal marketing වලට එන්නේ. Welfare activities comes under internal marketing. And the interactive marketing, when it comes for service oriented business, we identify something called interactive marketing, which means, remember, as I said, your employees are the ones who are interacting with your clients. Your employees are the ones who are interacting with your clients. So your employees should have the Huskat model, if you can recall. Your employees should have positive mindset to address your clients. So your employees are the ones, those who are connected with your clients and engage with your clients or interact with your clients. So you're designing as an organization the interactive marketing strategy between employer and the external customer. So what happens there? I mean, by practicing in external marketing, you build certain promises. By practicing external communication, external marketing strategies, you build certain promises to the client. අපි ආරක දෙන්නම් මේක දෙන්න. මෙතන තමයි අපි අලි දෙන්නම් කොටි දෙන්නම් කියලා කියන්නේ. ඕක තමයි external promises. Then internal, you enable promise. Internal marketing. මම මේක දැන් government එකකට අරගෙන කියන්නම් ඕන. Right? You enable promise. Right? Then interactive, in the sense your employees are interacting with your, they are the people enable promise to the external customers. They are the people, those who are enabling promises for the external customers. These people are enabling promises for the internal customers, and your internal employees are enabling promises for the external customers. So promises, what you communicate to your target market and the target audience, delivered, enabled by your by your employees. So you got to manage. Now, let's say your company, right? Present government, right? I also voted. It's a different story, right? Promise so much of things. Then enabling promises, internal marketing. Now see, sometimes, okay, you must have identified the preferences are given for the family members, and I'm not talking about politics here, but just to explain things, right? So preferences are given to the family members, and all the good ministries have given to the family members, and so the other employees. Who are the other employees? The ministers of the government, right? So were not properly happy, right? By the time they wanted to move out, they moved out. Okay. Now they are the people. The ministers are the people. Those who are delivering values to the client. Un deliver karanna, it's a different story, right? Un kavadavat deliver karena. So external, enabling promises. Who is enabling promises? The ministers of the government. They don't do. And metana paralyze, internal marketing paralyze, enabling marketing, interactive marketing paralyzed. So, but they were okay only with the making promise external marketing. So see how finally what has happened to the country. So that also marketing, that also service oriented operation. Okay, because they are serving general public. They are serving general public no matter who the government is. You take a telecommunication company as an example. Now, if you look at Dialogue, right, was running a campaign, advertising campaign. Mama Dialogue campaign, if you all can recall. Um, when you look at Mama Dialogue campaign, advertisement I recall karanna. One old lady was in the supermarket, tried to read the detail in the container, and girl comes and support that old lady. ඒක කියවලා දෙනවා. ඒතර ඒ old lady කියනවා දුවව මම දැක්කලා පුරුදු. ඒතර ඒ දුව ඒ girl කියනවා මම dialogue කියලා. ඒ වගේ අර there was a campaign ran by Dialogue, if you all can remember, promoting employees, those who are supporting outside the office for their, general public. And that is an exact copy of Thai Airways, right? That is an exact copy of Thai Airways. Thai Airways, they said not only in the air, but also on the ground, they support their employees. So service oriented operation ekakadi, you need to promote, you need to maintain your employee, you need to give due recognition to your employee, those who are connected with the external clients, if you are to increase the customer service approach. When a recognized and the developed employee easily deliver a better service to the external client. So that is the whole intention by promoting employees to the external market with the corporate image. So services වලදී අපි maintain කරන්න ඕන three main strategies තමයි internal, external and the interactive marketing. That area can be questioned in MCQs. කවුරු හරි raise hand එකක් කරා කවුද? Someone was doing a raise hand. කවුරු හරි raise hand එකක් කරා? Is it for a question? Any question? Any question? Anyone is having any questions? Right. So internal may kamataka tiyaganna. Now, when it comes for service blueprint, preparation of service blueprint, mama hogalanta complete blueprint ekaka sample ekak pennannan, right? So up to this, actually we need to talk about. So when you are preparing a service blueprint for your organization, there are certain steps you need to take. There are certain steps you need to take when you are preparing a service blueprint. Service blueprint එක කියලා කියන්නේ each and every steps you are taking to build and maintain your client satisfaction. So the first thing, identify the process to blueprint. Company එකේ process එක identify කරගන්න. First thing, let me take you to this. Hotel industry එක ගත්තොත්, hospitality industry එක ගත්තොත්, client කෙනෙක්ගේ parking එකට vehicle එක දාන point එකේ ඉඳලා checkout එක වෙනකන් entire client interactive points ටික identify කරගන්න. You got to identify interactive points. සමහර වෙලාවට මීට කලින් client ගේ booking එක දැන් එන්නේ මේ booking.com සරා. ඒතර එතනදී service එක අපි implement කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක. So we got to identify that. So මේ හැම touch point එකක්ම අපි identify කරගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ as the first point in designing the service blueprint, which means what entire process, step by step activities that are involving to deliver the customer satisfaction should be clearly defined before you design the final blueprint, right? Then you have to identify the customer segment whom you are planning to cater. You got to identify the customer segment whom you are planning to cater. So in this blueprint, whom are we going to use in this blueprint? Whom are we going to cater? What type of customers we are going to cater with this blueprint? මේ customers ලාට මේක නම් අපේ entire process එක මේ process එක ඇතුලේ අපි deal කරන්නේ මොන වගේ customers ලාත් එක්කද? Because your adjustment, your system, your process adjustment, the people, those who are placing in each and every steps of the process is depending on the type of customers, those who are handled throughout the process. So you got to have a clear idea about your target market and the target audience, so-called the customers and the consumers. If not, you will not be able to do it. Then the third step, map the process from the customer's point of view. Then අපි blueprint එකක් අපි හදනවා. ඒ blueprint එක අපේ point of view එකෙන්. දැන් මේ blueprint එක අපි කියනවා අපි step by step approach එකක් අරගන්නවා අපේ steps ටික කියන්න. And that blueprint we need to adjust from the customer's point of view, my dear friends. මොකද අපේ process එක for us. But our process should bring the convenience to the customer. Our process should bring the convenience to the customer. So for us, it's a process, but from the consumer's point of view, customer's point of view, it's the convenient approach. So you have to design, you have to look the entire process along with the customer's side, along with the customer's viewpoint. So that is the third step. Then the fourth step, map the contact employees. Now, contact employees for each and every action. Now, see as an example, okay? Now, when basically the customer arrived the hotel, let's say at the parking lobby, right, or the parking bay. So the security guard may be sometimes, greeters may be sometimes, okay? Usher ladies may be sometimes. They are there. They are the contact points, the people, those who are interacting with the customers, the bellboys may be sometimes, the people, those who are carrying the luggages maybe. So you got to identify the set of people, those who are involving in each and every points when they are check-in, who is taking their details, the data, who the person is taking responsibility to direct them properly. So everything, the person, each and every step, the person who is involving should be clearly identified and defined. Otherwise, you can't do it. Because අපි මේ process එකේදී identify කරගන්න එක්කෙනා කවුද කියලා දන්නවනම් we can guide the person and say, hey, look here, these are the things you have to do when a customer comes. If you know this, and also at the same time, you might be managing this person who is handling here might be managing the client as an example at this point. So he is handling the same client twice or thrice in the same process. Then he knows the entire process of the client, entire blueprint of the service delivery. Then he can talk to the client with a sense, you know. Yes, any question? Oops, sorry. Right. So you need to connect each and every, you need to connect your employees along with the step-by-step approach or along with your blueprint or the service blueprint to meet the customer expectation. මේ හැම point එකකදීම connected. Okay, Aruna, I think you have to mute your mic. Right. So you got to identify that. Then link whatever the activities, okay, connected with all these people. දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම මේ service blueprint එකේ මුලින්ම කරන්න ඕනේ process එක identify කරගන්න. ඒ process එක once you identify the process, you match the employees connected with each and every step, right? Then you guide them properly how to manage each and every steps that they are responsible. Now link contact activities to the need of supporting function. Now look at this process. This is the visible part to the client. These people are visible to the client. But to support the visible contact, there are back-end team. There may be back-end team. So you need to have a clear communication between the back-end team and the frontliners to make sure that the frontline service is properly delivered. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ blueprint එක ගැන කියන්නේ entire staff, if they are really aware about step-by-step approach and the entire set of activities to be done, අපිට එක එක්කෙනාගේ responsibilities මොනවද කියලා clearly define කරන්න පුළුවන්. We can define them clearly and guide them. So everybody should be clearly aware of the entire blueprint. Frontliners විතරක් නෙමෙයි back-end එක ඒගොල්ලොන් එක්ක connect වෙලා ඉන්න back-end එක කවුද කියන එකත් එතනදී we need to identify back-end and even the supporting staff. Now you can look at here. Contact point visible to the client, contact points invisible to the client, and the entire process, how it basically support from backend. So may ඔක්කොම ටික I mean, all these areas should be clearly defined in your service blueprint. Otherwise, you will not be able to do it. Now, finally, add evidence to the service at each customer action step. මේ හැම එකකදීම මේ හැම point එකකදීම කරන්න ඕන දේවල් මොනවද කියන එක. මෙතනදී තමයි අපි කතා කරන්නේ KPIs කියන එක. Key performance indicators. දැන් මෙතන ඉන්න security guard ගේ service එක measure කරන්න there are certain points we need to identify. His key performance areas we need to identify. Bellboy key performance area indicators we need to identify. අපේ bellboy client ගේ time එක ලොකුවට waste කරනවා නම් එයාව room එකට ගෙනියන්න නැතුව. So I mean we can basically advise the person who is handling that particular area, right? So let's say as example rooms are not cleaned properly, room service area, right? So room service area එක clean නැත්නම් ඒ room service cleaning staff, let's say as an example, if they are not doing their job properly, right, we can basically take whatever the corrective measures to increase the service standards. මෙතනදී අපි finally අපි මොකද්ද කරන්නේ, මේ හැම තැනකටම අපි KPIs, things called key performance indicators we need to bring, and those key performance indicators we need to measure throughout to get the better result. So this we identified as the service blueprint of the organization. Any organization, guys, immaterial to the nature you are into, any organization can have a service blueprint and should have a service blueprint. Then only you can have a better support service to maintain your customer satisfaction. Otherwise, what will happen? Nobody knows what to do, and everybody is doing everything, and finally nobody is doing nothing, right? So මෙතන service blueprint එකෙන් අපි clearly guide කරනවා කවුද මොනවද වෙන්න ඕනේ, කවුද මොනවද කරන්න ඕනේ කියන එක. ඒ ටික හරියට identify කරගත්තට පස්සේ so that everybody is clearly communicated So අනිත් එක service blueprint එක හැදුවා වගේ නෙමෙයි. Service blueprint එක හදලා ඉවරලා service blueprint should be communicated properly. ඒක service blueprint එක හදලා communicate කරේ නැත්නම් ඒත් වැඩක් නැහැ. Because service blueprint එක service delivery staff එකට සහ back end staff එකට process manage කරන staff එකට they should have it. එතකොට තමයි ඒගොල්ලන් දාන්නේ entire process එකේ මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ කියන එක. Then they can talk with a sense. So this is the service blueprint area. So any questions, guys? Any questions? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone is having any questions? මෙන්න මේ process එක ඕගලන්ට අහන්න පුළුවන්. Questions වලට මේ process එක එන්න පුළුවන්. Service blueprint, building a service blueprint. What are the steps you are taking to build a service blueprint කියන process එක එන්න පුළුවන් ඕගලන්ට. Anyone is having any questions? Anyone? Yes, Bhagya, you are unmuted and muted. Anyone here? Any questions? I will be sharing the whole thing in your LMS, the whole thing. Make samahar areas ogulonta naha, right? Now this, of course, we were talking about the profitability and the projected loyalty in a different point, and the customer lifetime value, customer service එක වැඩි කරාම customer lifetime value එක වැඩි වෙන එක we were talking about, right? Then we were not talking about this. This is not coming basically. Yeah, the contractual and the non-contractual relationship we were talking about. Did we discuss we discussed this point, right? With y'all? Profitability and the projected loyalty. We were talking about this, right?
Yeah, we discussed.
Okay. So they are the same slide. We had the contractual relationship and the relationship type and the transaction type we were talking about. So then the final point we need to talk the two main dimensions to maintain in your service orientation. Yes, Ramesh, go ahead. Yes, Ramesh, go ahead. අත උස්සන් ඉන්න එපා කතා කරන්න. Rumesh exercise කරනවද අත උස්සගෙන? Yes, Rumesh, go ahead. 504.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you explain other sectors for the blueprint example?
Another sector. ඔයා මොන sector එකේද?
FMCG.
හරි, FMCG. Okay. You are handling modern trade or the general trade?
General trade, sir.
Hari. You are handling the distributor point or from the distributor point the handle කරන්නේ නැත්නම් මේ company point එකෙන්ද?
DB points.
DB point. හරි. ඔන්න මම එතනින් ගන්නවා. හරි. දැන් අපි service blueprint එක දැන් ඔයා handle කරන්නේ GT ලා. GT ලා SMM කියලා හිතමුකෝ, let's say as an example, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now you prepare your service blueprint. You prepare your each and every activities. Now you have how many sales rep you have?
7.
7, right? Okay. Then you look at you design the entire process. Now what do? They have a territory demarcation, right? Okay, now sales executive 1, sales rep 1 is having a proper territory area. And what does he do? He go to that area. Routes, okay, territory or whatever the routes, and he visits shop to shop and get whatever the client's order, either manually or through the system. I think you might have a system. You have a SFO, Salesforce automation.
Yes.
SFA එකක් තියෙනවනේ. So ඒකෙන් අරගන්නවා. ඒකෙන් අරගත්තාම order එක දාපු ගමන් ඔයාගේ back end එකට එනවා. right? order එක ඔයාගේ back end එකට එනවා. එතකොට ඔයාගේ back end එකෙන් ඔයාට idea එකක් අරගන්න පුළුවන් whether the order received properly or not කියන එක. right? එතකොට ඒක අනුව මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? ඔයාගේ distributor point එක බලනවා බඩු තියනවද නැද්ද කියලා. I'm taking both scenarios. බඩු තියනවද නැද්ද කියලා. බඩු නැත්තම් ඔයා මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? ඔයා stock replenishment order එකක් දානවා ඔයාගේ company එකට දාලා තියෙනවා. head office එකට දාලා කියනවා මෙතන බඩු නැහැ. මෙතනට එවන්න කියලා. එතකොට ඔයා දන්නවා ඒකේ delivery lead time එක කොච්චරද කියන එක. ඔයා දන්නවා ඔයාට idea එකක් තියෙනවා sales rep ගිහිල්ලා ඉවරලා weekend එකේ order එක දාන් ආවහම බදාද වෙනකොට බඩු ටික කඩේට යනවායි කියන එක ඔයාට idea එකක් තියෙනවා. everything right? එතකොට බඩු ටික කඩේට ගියාට පස්සේ ඒක යන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒක deliver කරන්නේ කාගේ අතේද? ඒ බඩු ටික deliver කරනකොට help කෙනෙක් යනවද? sales rep යනවද? ඔයා යනවද? කවුද කියන everything you knows. And once the item is delivered, you know okay when to collect the payment and everything you knows. දැන් ඔයා entire step ටික දන්නවනේ. You know. payment එක collect කරලා stock replenishment එකට එනකන් හරි damage item return ගන්නකන් හරි let's say as example expiry item return ගන්නකන් හරි you know entire process. Right? I'm asking a very stupid question. Have you ever designed this process as a blueprint?
Can do, sir.
Can do, yes. Have you ever designed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is we are calling for the master coverage plan.
ඒක තමයි. The master coverage plan is a blueprint. එතකොට මේකේ
same.
ඕගොල්ලෝ yeah, okay, different names in different industries, right? So now in that master coverage plan, you have timing, right? Order taking to order delivery, timing is there.
Classification and item classification and there.
Exactly. SKU classification is there, order processing to order delivery classifications are there, and credit limit classifications are there. Everything is there, ne? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Everything is mentioned. Timing also mentioned.
Yes.
Where
We have the delivery times and per outlet timing and all in there.
Okay. Now, do you have a retail shop which is not communicated this service blueprint? ඔයාගේ ඉන්නවද retailers ලා ඔයාගේ timing ගන්න නැති?
No, we are practicing the whole customer to we are visiting time and delivering time and collect the check dates and all things we are communicate to the dealer.
Communicating with the client. So which means you are communicating the blueprint with the client.
Okay, sir.
If the client doesn't know, අද ඕඩර් එක දානවා මම අලුත් කඩයක් ඔයත් එක්ක ඩීල් කරනවා මම අද ෂොප් එකක් දානවා අලුතෙන්ම ඕපන් කරපු කඩයක් ඔයාගේ සේල්ස් රෙප් කෙනෙක් එනවා මං ගාවට ඇවිල්ලා ඕඩර් එක දාගෙන යනවා දැන් මූ මට කියන්නේ සෝරි මූ කිව්වට මූ මට කියන්නේ මේ කවදද බඩු ටික එන්නේ කියලා දැන් මේ යකා ගියාට පස්සේ දැන් මං 17 කල්පනා කරනවා අඩේ දැන් මේ යකා ඕඩර් එක අරගෙන ගියා කවද බඩු ටික අරන් එයිද දැන් මං කල්පනා කරන බඩු ටික එයිද නැද්ද කවුද එන්නේ කින්ද මන්ද ගයිඩ් කරන්න නැතුව මට ගියා එතකොට දවස් දෙකකට විතර පස්සේ ලොරියක් එනවා ලොරියක් ආවට පස්සේ මං කියනවා අනේ නෑ ඔය ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එක මං අර ළමයාගෙන් ඕඩර් කරා ඒ ළමයා බඩු ටික ගෙවයි ඉතින් ලොරියේ මිනිස්සයා හිතාගෙන ඉන්නවා වෙන එක්කෙනෙක්ගෙන් තමයි ඕඩර් එක දාගෙන තියෙන්නේ කියලා which means what blueprint is not communicated to me. So it is your responsibility, it is your salesperson's responsibility to communicate the blueprint and I mean nama වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් but entire process the back end and everything. දැන් මම දන්නවා නම් එන්නේ මොන ලොරියද එන්නේ මොන වගේ ලොරියක්ද කවදද ඒ ලොරිය එන්නේ ආවිල්ලා මොනවද දෙන්නේ කියන එක. එහෙම නැත්නම් ලොරිය එක්කෙනා ඇවිල්ලා කතා කරනවා නම් සර් මෙදා මෙහෙම ගිහිල්ලා ඕඩර් එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා එහෙමයි කියන එක. ටිකක් හරි comfortable වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ මුකුත් නැති වුණොත් what will happen? You are gone.
Sales lost.
නේ. ඉතින් ඕක තමයි blueprint එක organisation එකෙන් organisation එකට depend වෙනවා. hospital එකක් වුණොත් patient කෙනෙක් channeling එකක් කරාට පස්සේ patient එතනට එනවා නම් patient වැරදිලා doctor delay වෙනවා නම් patient communicate කරන එක doctor වේලාසනින් එනවා නම් patient communicate කරන එක දැන් එක hospital එකක් very recently doctor වේලාසනින් එනවයි කියලා patient ලා ටික ගෙන්නගෙන අපි එතනට යනකොට doctor නෑ doctor got delayed for about half an hour we had to blast can't help because we have our right and doctors are paid and the entire hospital staff paid by the patients You have a right. Guys, I mean, bankers may be here, right? Let's say if you are to get a service from the bank, if you are to get a service from a hospital, you pay them, right? You pay you pay for their service. You have a right to demand. And if you're depositing your money to a bank account, and it's your right to demand service, it's your right. Don't bend in front of these bank managers to get the service. It's your right, because they are paid because of your, even maybe 1 rupee or 1 cent. It's your money, and it is there in in their bank, and they're supposed to deliver the service. They're supposed to deliver the service. And hospital also the same scenario, wherever. Remember, right? So you have a right. Unfortunately in Sri Lanka, bank manager කෙනෙක් ගාවට ගියත් දෙකට නැවෙනවා, loan එකක් ගන්න ගියත් දෙකට නැවෙනවා, doctor කෙනෙක් ගාවට ගියත් දෙකට නැවෙනවා. So this is the problem that we are facing. Politician කෙනෙක් ගාවට ගියත් දෙකට නැවෙනවා. So I don't know, right? Okay, I mean, we went out of the way anyway, right? මෙන්න මේ service එක කියලා කියන්නේ service blueprint එක, guys. You all have to communicate with the customers, those who are dealing with your business. So මට ඔක තව sectors වලට දාලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. Who was asking that question, by the way? Who was asking that question?
Rumesh.
Rumesh. What is your company, Rumesh?
I'm working from Stason's Food Private Limited.
Okay, Stason's Food. Okay, good. So any questions? Are you clear now?
Yes, sir. Clear. Clear,
Okay.
sir.
So any questions? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone is having any questions? Me text. Okay, sir, we are unable to log in LMS. කීප දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා LMS login එක අවුල් ගිහිලා තියෙනවා. අවුල් ගිහිල්ලා නෙමෙයි, ඇත්තටම your email is the issue. Whatever the email you all have given may not work. දැන් ඒක මම බලනවා මේ team එකත් එක්ක, right? අපේ කට්ටිය බලයි, බලලි ඉවරලා මේ I will also look into it. I will look into it personally. මේ බලන්න මොකද්ද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. සමහර වෙලාවට ඕගොල්ලෝ දීලා තියෙන emails වැරදි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඕගොල්ලෝ දීලා තියෙන email එක තමයි අපි enter කරලා තියෙන්නේ මේ LMS එකට. දැන් මේ Senal you are there? Senal team එකත් එක්ක බලනවා ඒක. Don't worry. We will make it. Okay, අනිත් එක මොකද? Can you share the study pack with we discussed during last week's service? Oh, මම මේකත් දානවා ඕගොල්ලෝගේ LMS එකට. Don't worry. Customer relationship. Yes, we will be sharing it. We will be sharing it. Don't worry.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is the path of LMS to reach to these slides? Can you explain that? That means path, different slides are there. So I can't get the exact path how to see those slides, including this one.
මේක මං කියවනේ මේක මං ඕගොල්ලෝගේ එකට තාම දාලා නැහැයි කියලා. මේක I'll be sending it sending for you all.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute. ඔයා කියන්නේ මේ you mean to say LMS එකට යන්න දන්නේ නැහැ කියලාද කියන්නේ?
No, not LMS. මේ slides වලට මේ ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න දැන් අප්ලෝඩ් කරලා තියෙනවනේ සර් කීපයක්. පරණේවා.
Oh.
මේ පාත් එක.
Okay. Now look at this. මෙතනට ඔයා යන්න දන්නවනේ. මෙතනට ඕගොල්ලෝගේ dashboard එකට ඕගොල්ලෝ යන්න දන්න. This is not the exact dashboard. මෙතනට ඕගොල්ලෝ යන්න දන්නවනේ.
Yeah.
Right. ඒතර ඕගොල්ලන්ට access තියෙන්නේ මේක. Diploma in Strategic Sales Management. ඒක අනිත් ඒවා ඕගොල්ලන්ට access නැහැ. Right. මම අපි access එක දෙනවා practice test වගේකට. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝගේ modules ඇතුලේ reading materials තියෙනවා. උදාහරණයක් විදිහට මම ගත්තොත් මෙන්න මේ reading material එක. බලාගන්න. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝගේ DSSM එකට ගියාම right clear පේනව නේද මේක?
Yes.
සමහරලාට ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ ටික හැපිය වෙන්නේ නැති වෙයි. මම ඉන්නේ ටීචර් පැනල් එකේ හින්දා මට හැපිය වෙනවා මේ ටික. එතකොට සමහර ඒගොල්ලන්ට මේක හැපිය වෙන්නේ නැහැ ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලාට. දැන් ඕගොල්ලන් ගියාම ඕගොල්ලන්ට මෙන්න මේ study materials හැපිය වෙනවා. මේ ක්ලික් කරාම මේකට අදාළ study materials ටික තියෙනවා. බලන්න නේ. තියෙන ලස්සනට.
සමහර ඒවා තියෙනවා ලොක් කියලා පෙන්නන. ඒ කියන්නේ
සමහර ඒවා ලොක් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ අදාළ ටයිම් එකත් එක්කම තමයි ඒව ඕපන් කරන්නේ. ඒක දැන් අපි හිතමු උදාහරණයක් විදිහට ඕගොල්ලන්ට ෆයිනල් ස්ටේජ් එකේම දැම්මම දෙලා. මේවා ඇක්සස් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඇතිනේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට. පර්සනල් සෙලින් මේ දැන් මේවා එහෙම මේ ස්ටඩි මැටීරියල්ස් already available. Right? Whether introduction to the marketing management, sales management process ඒවා මේවා basic concepts ඒවා මේවා ටික මේවා already access කරන්න පුළුවන්. Progress evaluation එක ඕගොල්ලන්ට බැරි වෙයි. මොකද ඒක අනිත් බැච් එකට දාපු එකක්. ඒක ඔක්ටෝබර් වලින් ඉවරයි. right ඒ progress evaluation එකක් ඕගොල්ලන්ටත් මේ තියෙනවා. එතන මෙන්න මේ detail ටික තියෙනවා ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ LMS එකේ. මේ හැම study material එකක්ම තියෙනවා. දැන් මේකට add කරනවා මම අද කතා කරපු එක. ඒක එන්නේ වෙනම format එකකින් but you can click and open it. format එක කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකත් just you can click and refer. පැහැදිලිද?
Yes sir.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries. Any questions? Anyone is having any questions?
Sir, this is Jerome. This email, actually, we are getting all the input emails from your academy, but unfortunately, LMS login only, it's not coming. Like when we are giving this forget password and try to log in, then only the email is not coming. Other emails are coming. All the other emails from KDC are coming to our email.
Okay. What we will do, okay, you also have a issue. මේ issues ආපු 12ද 13ද ඉන්නවයි කියලා මට කිව්වා. එතකොට ඒ කට්ටියගෙම email address ටික group එකේ share කරන්නයි කියලා කියන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒගොල්ලන්ට share කරන්න. ඒ email address එක වෙනස් නම් communicate with you. Right? එතකොට ඒ email address එක වෙනස් නම් now I will show you all the participants of this DSSM. මේක තමයි participants list එකේ එන්නේ. ජෙරොම් වාගේ නම තියෙන්නේ කොහොමද? නව ජෙරොම් නේ කතා කරේ නේද? ජෙරොම් වාගේ නම එන්නේ කොහොමද?
My email actually Jerome Romesh.
Any other names?
Jerome Romesh John Arthur. Full name. My email address actually j_romesh@yahoo.com.
ඒක මට වෙනම බලන්න වෙන්නේ. Right? So ඔයාගේ නම නෑ මේකේ. Your name is not there. මට තව එක්කෙනෙක්ගේ නමක් කියන්න tell me okay give me 1 minute. මට කියන්න හිරන්ත. ඔයාගේ නම කියන්න හිරන්ත.
Hirant Edrivira. It's not Hirant, it ends with H. Hirant Edrivira.
මේකද?
Yes, correct.
It is there. Right? එතකොට දැන් මෙතන ඔක්කොම ඉන්නවා participant list එක මුළු DSSM කියන batch එක අපි ගත්තොත් right අපි complete ගත්තොත් එහෙම complete students ලා ගත්තොත් එහෙම DSSM එකේ මෙතන ඔක්කොම ඉන්නවා students ලා DSSM program එක කරන 623 here and there කීප දෙනෙක්ගේ miss වෙලා තියෙනවා. So guys, so Jerome මම හිතන්නේ මේ මොකකින් හරි miss වෙලා තියෙනවා. So let's look into it. ඒ වගේ miss වෙලා තියෙන කට්ටිය ආයි පාරක් බලන්න. තව එක්කෙනෙක් miss වෙලා ඉන්න එක්කෙනෙක් මට නම කියන්න. මෙතන මේ LMS access කරන්න බැරි එක්කෙනෙක්. Let us see.
So can you check Clarence Priyashant Mendis?
ඔන්න ඒක තමයි කියන්නේ. Clarence Priyashant Mendis කියලා ගම දැන් ඔයා දීලා තියෙන්නේ මොකක්ද දන්නේ නැහැ.
Clarence
Mendis ද Priyashant Mendis ද දන්නේ නැහැ නේ.
Clarence.
නෑ.
Again Clarence
ද දුන්නේ. නැත්නම් ප්‍රියශාන්ත මෙන්ඩිස් දන්නේ නැහැ තියලා තියෙන්නේ නේ. නෑ ඔයාගේ නමක් නෑ පුතා. ඔයාගේ නම. තව එක්කෙනෙක් නැති එක්කෙනෙක් කියන ඔයාගේ නම ඔයාටත් බැරිද ලොග් වෙන්න?
මටත් බැස මට තාවෙන්නේ අර කියන්නේ අර කලින් එක්කෙනා කිව්වාගේ ඊමේල්ස් එනවා අර මේ එක්සෑම් එකේ assignment එක සබ්මිට් කරන්න ඒ ඉන්ස්ට්‍රක්ෂන් ඊමේල් එකත් මට ආවා. හැබැයි අර මේ පාස්වර්ඩ් රීසෙට් එක තමයි මට ආවේ නැත්තේ.
කියන වගේක මේක නෑ. තව කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද නැත්තේ? අපි
So can you check Ramit එක නායක?
Ramit.
Yes sir.
ඔයගොල්ලෝ දීලා තියෙන නම් වලින් තමයි යන්නේ රමිත ඒකනායක. නෑ. ඔයා වෙන නමක් දීලා දන්නේ නෑ.
රමිත ඒකනායක දුන්නේ සර් I'm sure.
නේද ආර් නේද?
R.
Okay no. මොකද අපිට මේ ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක් ගාවට ගියාම ස්ටුඩන්ට් ගේ entire detail එක අපි ගාව තියෙනවා ස්ටුඩන්ට් කොච්චර progress එකක් තියෙනවද කියලා පුතා. මට මගේ panel එකේ මට limit එක තියෙන ස්ටුඩන්ට් ගේ progress එක බලන්න. දැන් උදාහරණයක් විදිහට මම ගත්තොත් එහෙම right කවුරු හරි ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක්ගේ detail එකක් අපි අරගත්තොත් එහෙම අපි හිතමු මෙයාගේ කියලා එයාගේ කොච්චර progress එකක් තියෙනවද program එකේ මොනවද එයා කරලා තියෙන activities ටික මේ program එකේ 106ක් එයා දැනට complete කරලා තියෙනවා. මේ all the details are there. එයා කොච්චර මම back end එක open කරන්නේ නැහැ. right even okay. even logs ටික අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඕගොල්ලෝ logs කොච්චර කොයි වෙලාවෙද ඕගොල්ලෝ logs වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මොනවද access කරලා තියෙන්නේ කවදද log වෙලා තියෙන්නේ ඒ ඔක්කොම ටික අපිට මේ detail ටික තියෙන ඕගොල්ලෝ හරියට දුන්නොත් මේක fully fledged system එකක් මේක හදලා තියෙන. ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලෝ හරියට details ටික අපිට දුන්නා නම් මෙතන කමන්නේ එතන ඒ අඩුපාඩු තියෙන කට්ටිය ආයි පාරක් මේවා කරන්න කොතනක හරි මිස් එකක් වෙන්න ඇති කීප දෙනයින් ඉන්නේ මටත් ආවේ 13ක් වගේ කියලා තමයි මේ කිව්වේ අපි ඒ ටික හදාගමු කොහොමද LMS එකේ main access එක කියන්නේ level 2 වල ඉඳලා මේ කොහොමද level 2 පටන් ගන්නකොට LMS එක නම් ඕගලන්ට access එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ ඒක දැම්ම මේක හදාගමු හරි Jerome and whoever who was talking right now while ago දාන්න text එකක් Senalට ආයි පාරක් මේ ඒ නම් ටික ෆිල්ටර් කරලා ඉවරලා Senal if you are there I think Senal is not there we will get them in we will get you all in don't worry
thank you sir
no worries අනිත් එක පුළුවන් තරම් company emails දෙන්න එපා ඔයගොල්ලෝ සමහරවිට company emails අයින් වෙච්ච ගමන් ඒක ආයි වෙනස් වෙනවා එතන තමයි concern එක තියෙන්නේ ඒවත් පුළුවන් තරම් අඩු කරන්න Hari. Any questions, guys? Anyone is having any questions? Anyone is having any questions?
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, who is this?
Sir, I am Galagi Dihan.
Yeah, Galagi.
Sir, I want to clarify that we have sent the assignment to that particular email. Sir, can we have a confirmation that the assignment is come to your party in that case? Because
it's like this. එතන confirmation එක දැන් ඕක ඕගොල්ලෝ අපි LMS එකට මේ පාරක් දාන්නයි කිව්වේ නැහැ. LMS එකට දැම්මම auto confirmation එක එනවා. LMS එකට upload වෙච්ච ගමන් confirmation mail එකක් යනවා LMS එකට successfully upload වුණා කියලා. With a reason only we didn't want anyone to upload to the LMS, right? So ඕගොල්ලන්ට email එක අපිට හම්බුණාද නැද්ද කියන එක ඕගොල්ලන්ට mail එකක් එයි මේ දවස් දෙක ඇතුළත හැබැයි ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඊමේල් එකක් ආවේ නැත්නම් ඕගොල්ලන් ඒක රීකන්ෆර්මේෂන් එක ගන්න හැබැයි ඕගොල්ලන් එව්වයි කියලා වැරදි ඊමේල දැන් මම දැක්ක සමහර කට්ටිය ඊමේල් ඇඩ්‍රස් එක වරද්දලා මට උදේ කතා කරා I can't do anything timing is timing I can't do anything දැන් මොකද දැන් ඊමේල් එක දීලා තියෙනවා නම් KDC training at whatever කියලා ඒ ඊමේල් එක හරියට ලියන්න ඕනේ postal address එකක් නෙමෙයිනේ එක අකුරක් වැරදුනත් යන්නේ නැහැ හරිද KDC training කියන එකට KDC training කියලා එක්කෙනෙක් දාලා තියෙනවා so එන්නේ නැහැ ඉතින් තව එක්කෙනෙක් දාලා තිබ්බා තා මොකක්ද එකක් I don't know අකුරු වෙනස් කරලා so එහෙම දාලා this is a standard ඒක ගියොත් ගියා එහෙනම් මෙහෙන් ඊමේල් එකක් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට එවයි received කියලා ඊට පස්සේ ආවේ නැත්නම් දවස් දෙකකින් විතර ඔයගොල්ලෝ කතා කරලා අහන්න මෙහෙම කියලා. හැබැයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ එවලා තියෙන්නේ වැරදි ඊමේල් එකට නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝගෙන් රීකන්ෆර්මේෂන් එක ගන්නකොට then you are at the blame side. මේක තමයි ස්ටෑන්ඩඩ් එක. right? This is the current standard. ඔයගොල්ලෝ අපි හිතමු online Google exam එකක් කරනවා. online Microsoft exam එකක් කරනවා. වෙන මොකුත් ඕනේ LinkedIn exam එකක් කරනවා. Facebook exam එකක් කරනවා. right? This is the standard. And I will tell one of the incident about 6 months back. You know something called Facebook Blue Badge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Facebook Blue Badge examination එක handle කරන්නේ Pearson ලා. Okay. Pearson කියන examination body එක තමයි Facebook Blue Badge examination එක handle කරන්නේ. Right. So one of my contact known contact wanted to do this one, and they have given the clear guideline. Okay, you have to sit in front of the camera. You can't refer anything. There certain guidelines have given. මේ ළමයා මොකද්ද කරේ? ඒ ළමයාගේ ගෙදර patient කෙනෙක් හිටපු හින්දා විනාඩියකට නැගිටිනවා. not even 5 minutes. විනාඩියකට නැගිටලා ටක් ගාලා ඇවිල්ලා ආයි වාඩි වෙනවා. Cancel the exam. After paying about I think 12 to 15,000 if I'm not mistaken by that time, examination is cancelled. මේ එක්සෑම් එක පටන් අරගන්න විනාඩි 10ක් විනාඩි 15කට කලින් ලොග් වෙලා කැමරා එක ඔන් කරලා ඒ ටික ඔක්කොම ක්ලැරිෆයි කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ විනාඩි 15 ඇතුළත විනාඩියක් සීට් එකෙන් නැගිටින්න නැහැ කියලා එක්සැමිනේෂන් එක කැන්සල්. These are standards guys. These are standards. Right? දැන් මම අපි ගිය පාර එක්සැමිනේෂන් එක කැන්සල් කරා online exam. I don't want to show you all certain things here. එක්සැමිනේෂන් එකක් ගත්තොත් අපිට complete details තියෙනවා ළමයා එක්සෑම් එකට face කරපු විදිය. Even including the photographs. I mean, let me see whether I can show you all that. ළමයා exam එකට face කරනකොට exam එකේ ළමයා appear වෙන විදිය අපිට ඔක්කොම ටික අරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් එතනදී ළමයා screen එකේ හිටියේ නැත්තම්, so it's students' responsibility. We can't do anything. That is the students' responsibility. Among අපි reports අරගන්නකොට I will just show you all something, right? Let's see as an example. Okay, I'm just sharing this with you all. ඕගොල්ලෝ online exam එකක් කරනකොට හැම තප්පර 2-3කට සැරයක් ඕගොල්ලෝගේ screen එක capture වෙනවා. Screen එකේ ඉන්නවද නැද්ද, mobile phone use වෙනවද නැද්ද? දැන් අලුත් system එකේ ඕගොල්ලෝගේ desktop screen එක පවා capture කරනවා අපි. ඒතර දැන් සමහර ඒගොල්ලෝ halfway ඕගොල්ලෝගේ study material open කරලා halfway LMS එක open කරලා exam එක කරොත් අපි desktop එක capture කරනවා. So you will get disqualified. Systems are there. Remote management කියලා කියන එක දැන් ලොකු දේවල් නෙමෙයි. මේ උදාහරණයක් මම කියන්නේ මේ අපි capture කරනවා මෙතන. ඒ කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලෝ mobile phone එකක් use කරත් හිතන්න මේකට photo එකක් දාලා කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. You can't do that. Right? You can't do that. අනිත් එක system එකෙන් මේ images දෙක match කරනවා. There is a face recognition system where we match the two images here. මෙතන ඉන්න ළමයාගේ image එකයි මෙතන screen එකේ ඉන්න ළමයාගේ image එකයි system එකෙන් match කරනවා. ඒතර system එක වැරදිලවත් reject කරොත් you are rejected. ඒකයි අපි කියන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඕගොල්ලෝ profile එකට දාන picture එක clear වට දාන්න. profile එකට දාන picture එක මම කොල්ලෝ ගැන කිව්වොත් උදාහරණයක් විතර ප්‍රොෆයිල් එකේ ඉන්නවා රැවුල බබාගෙන එක්සෑම් එකට යනවා සුදු ලස්සන කොල්ලෙක් එනවා සිස්ටම් වලට අයිඩෙන්ටිෆයි කරගන්න බෑ සමහර වෙලාවට. So you all should be careful. The system එකෙන් reject කරොත් even we can't download the result. ඒතර system එකෙන් ඊට පස්සේ ඕගොල්ලෝ අපි කාට කිව්වත් වැඩක් නැහැ මට කිව්වත් වැඩක් නැහැ back end එකේ ඉන්න කට්ටියට කිව්වත් වැඩක් නැහැ කාට කතා කරත් වැඩක් නැහැ. ඕගොල්ලෝගේ results දෙන්නේ නැහැ results එළියට. So මේ systems හදලා තියෙන්නේ standards ඇතුව. ඉතින් time එකක් release කරන්න ඒ standards වලට ඕගොල්ලෝ යන්න ඕන හින්දා guys. එහෙම නැතුව ඕගොල්ලෝ penalize කරන්න නෙමෙයි. මේක තමයි modern mechanism එක exams වලට. ඕගොල්ලෝ face කරලා නැතුව ඇති මේ වගේ exams, but this is the reality. Anyone who have faced this type of exams? Raise hand එකක් දෙන්න කවුරු හරි මේ වගේ exams face කරලා තියෙනවා නම් open camera exams face කරලා තියෙනවා නම් online real time exams face කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ඕගොල්ලෝගේ exam result එක දෙන්නන් දෙයා ඕගොල්ලන්ට හම්බ වෙනවා feedbacks දෙන්නන් දෙයා ඕගොල්ලන්ට හම්බ වෙනවා ඒතර fail නම් fail pass නම් pass ඒ වෙලාවෙම ඕගොල්ලන්ට results හම්බ වෙනවා anyone here who have faced this type of exams online exam pass face කරලා තියෙන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවනම් පොඩක් raise hand කරන්න ඕගොල්ලෝ guide එකක් දෙනවා guide session එකක් යනවා බය වෙන්න එපා but no, right? So system එක build කරලා තියෙනවා. ඕගොල්ලන්ට avenue එක හදලා තියෙනවා. Yes. Lakni, what is the exam you have done? Lakni, yes, what is the exam you have done?
Hi, that's at Slim.
At Slim, what is the program?
PGDIP.
PGDIP online?
Yeah, last semester, the second stage,
Okay.
because of COVID, we had to do online.
Okay. So how many hours?
It was 2-hour paper, and we have.
You had? Your line is breaking. Your line is breaking. Yeah. So good. Now see others. I mean, y'all have to get yourself with it. 607. Yes, very good. What is the exam y'all have done? 607. Your name is not there. Your name goes as a guess.
Can you hear me?
Yes. What is your name?
My name is Radhika.
Yeah, Radhika. What is the exam?
I have faced for IT subject in my MBA and
What is the project?
MBA. For IT.
MBA for IT. Okay, good thing. MBA with which batch?
2013 general one, but one subject is IT.
Okay, good. So, I mean, at least few are having that experience, which is really good. So, I mean, don't worry, others, we are giving a guided session, right? Guided session, but you all have to get yourself used to these things, guys. So this is how the systems are changing right now. I think ඒවට හුරු වෙන්න. මොකද නැති වුණොත් නම් අපිට මේවා කරන්න බෑ. Okay, guys, I have another. Actually, I wanted to finish the session by 4 o'clock, right? So, any question you all have? Anyone is having any question? ලබන සතියේ classes නෑ, week after තියෙන්නේ. Level 2 assignment එකත් එදාම අපි කතා කරනවා. Don't miss the session. So try to join. Any question? Anyone is having any question? Right. So we'll meet up after the new year then. Okay.
Okay, sir. Wish you a wonderful new year, sir.
Thank you very much. Wish you all the same. Wish you all the same, guys.
Wish you happy new year.
Wish you happy new year, sir.
Sir, have a nice week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Wish you happy new year, sir.
Wish you
Thank
the
you.
same.
Thank you.
Thank you.